mean, if you're not working on your glutes, then...
Yeah. Well, I can't have glutes.
Oh, you're...
Yeah, I'm gluten intolerant.
You're gluten intolerant.
Oh, my God. So it's real dangerous for me to eat ass, Josh. I almost couldn't get that out.
No one intervened on behalf of...
Good. Get good. Jim Overton, and I'm Trey. And today, we have a...
Salutations, good people. Welcome to the CS Podcast, where we create stuff. Or if you're Trey,
Money!
Oh, God. Create shit.
I don't know, what if you had 60 chickens?
An inch and a half, that's about that.
It's about there.
You said it with confidence.
Hey, kid, that limp was pretty good, but that wince was money.
He just had him throwing a goat, and in midair, he's just like, ah! Like, I don't know what sound a Barry Manilow makes.
You know what a hawk sounds like, right?
I do. It sounded like you were trying to say a word. Jody in the Soapbox is opening for Retro Garbage tonight. We gotta get there, man. We gotta get tickets. The first thing we're gonna buy with our gumball money is an animated butt.
What just chaps your nipples? Like, what is it?
What is it, boy?
I don't know, son. It's just a joke.
Gary Bankston.
And today, we've got our hands absolutely full. Salutations, good people. Welcome to the CS Podcast, where we create stuff. Or if you're Trey,
Create shit.
and today, we've got our hands absolutely freaking just full with yet again another content creator and a lot of shenanigans, a lot of fun stuff.
Yup.
But, Trey, who are we talking about when it comes to that content creator?
Well, today, on today's episode,
Today,
Today we're talking about Se.Tif or Se.Tif.
okay.
I'm not really sure if that is supposed to be pronounced a certain way. Just for sake of being able to search it up on TikTok, SE, then a little dot, and then Tif, like the first three letters of Tiffany. You're looking at 89.8 thousand followers on TikTok. Now, what does Madam Tiff do? She teaches Chinese, which I think is really cool.
I think that's
Specifically Mandarin.
fantastic.
Yeah. So,
Mandarin.
Yeah. So a little bit of education there for you guys, playing off of the last couple of episodes. I feel like our content creators have been pretty educational. We've had Butt Talks TV. I guess Oblivion wasn't technically educational, but it was fun. She had the music, and she had a little bit of education. She would kind of teach you within her programs like how to create certain sounds and different music. So a little bit of creative education.
If you use
there.
the program, I think it was called
Yeah.
Serum.
Yep.
So if you use Serum, go back to our last episode for the link to a content creator who can teach you how to do that. So
Yep.
yeah,
A little bit of
absolutely
education
educational.
But yeah, if you've always wanted to learn a little bit of Chinese, or wanted to get your feet wet with a different language, maybe you've never really tried to learn a different language, stick around because we're going to talk about her a little bit later, and her content.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So, with that being said, I've been gone for a couple days
Yeah,
and had a fantastic trip in North Carolina.
you did,
I actually just got back.
like a couple hours ago.
Just a couple hours ago. Yeah, absolutely. So, had a good time. Had a fantastic dinner with my friend of the podcast,
Yeah.
Ryan Holcomb himself,
Oh,
and his beautiful bride,
Sir-
Emily.
Sir Holcomb.
Sir Holcomb himself. And I've got a... Well,
Voicemail locked and loaded.
no, it's not locked and loaded. I got to find my phone. I don't know where I put it. I didn't set it out. I thought I set it
uh-oh.
right by your world famous chicken nuggies.
Oh, well, thank you.
So if you're watching, if you're a viewer, you're going to get to see me devour, absolutely consume with my hands absolutely full with Trey's good old chicken nuggies.
Yep. This one goes out to you, Lady Spikaria, and your nuggie addiction.
Hey,
I'm
boy.
I'm going to be quiet so that they can get this full ASMR action.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to eat this chicken nugget.
You fucking walk into the fridge? What is...
So earlier today, I did a impression of a dinosaur walking. It was like this.
Yeah.
It went. So are you folks ready for chicken nuggets? When you walk up to the McDonald's line. Not walk up. You don't walk up to a McDonald's line. When you drive up to the McDonald's drive-thru line.
You can walk up to the line inside.
No, I suppose you can. I've seen a couple TikToks where people ride their horses up.
Yeah.
But when you walk up to... you drive up to the McDonald's line and you can't decide on what to get, I'm going to help you out. You're going to want the chicken nuggets. If you can't decide on what sauce you want,
There's a guy in a yellow punch.
if you just go down past the window, there's going to be a guy in a yellow poncho. His name's Hank. He's going to lead you to the Whopper layer. So at this time, I'm going to eat the chicken nugget that Trey made. If you go to McDonald's, you're not going to get this chicken nugget. So
You gotta come to my house.
you got to come to Trey's house, which I currently reside in. Okay, I'm going to eat it now. Munch.
Munch, munch.
Crunch, crunch. Anyways. Monday.
Monday.
So if we want to make that a
That's probably going to be the highlight.
standalone video.
7 minutes. That's going to be the highlight clip.
Oh,
just
wow.
So you guys are... Unless we come up with something funnier, but I don't know. That's pretty... Coming out the gates, that's pretty good. Just a little ASMR to start this episode off.
Well, I mean, you said the word, well, the letters, ASMR, and I went with it, but, any hoozles? Okay. If you're not watching, you have no clue what we're doing. We're making dinosaurs out of our hands. And a dinosaur is crawling on top of William. William is our pet whale. Oh, he's resting. Oh, well, that's just precious. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's awake. He's looking around. Oh, he's asleep again. He was just concerned. He was on... Oh, his leg.
He was stretching.
Oh, he was stretching.
Yeah.
So
You walk around all day.
So I actually stretched earlier with my dinosaur.
Yeah, didn't I bet you did.
Well, that sounds suggestive.
Sometimes you just got to let it stretch.
So here we are, and he was like this,
Yeah.
and then he wakes up and he goes, ooh. And then he goes, ooh.
And then he falls over because he's not coordinated.
Ooh. You really got to be on YouTube to enjoy this and to appreciate it. Anyways.
You ever watch The Good Dinosaur? That's what it reminds me of.
Yes.
With the little...
I have.
Papa!
I do have a daughter. I have watched The Good Dinosaur. She loves it. But
Or if you're, I don't know, older than 12, you would probably think of The Land Before Time before The Good Dinosaur.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. I smell ducky. If you know, you know. The Land Before
I
Time.
haven't seen those movies in forever.
Land
I actually
Before
have
Time.
one of those in there on DVD. My mom randomly was like, here. And I was like, thanks.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. Give me a
Okay.
little tree star. And
Well, we do have a minor. I don't want to say minor, but we do have a special guest with us today that has not made his appearance on the podcast in quite a while.
Yeah.
If you don't
it's
count
been
the
a while.
picture
Yeah. I mean, he's always with us in spirit.
in his ever-loving llama spirit.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies and gentlemen.
making his way to his gaming chair, No. This is Mr. Timmons.
What majestic hair.
Dude,
Turn
his
it to the side. Hold on, like I don't just the way that it is. Like, do you see this? Just look how majestic his hair looks right now. I don't know why.
It's flopping.
Yeah, it just looks so good.
Mr. Timmons just got off of a few-hour car ride from North Carolina, and I mean, well, he's probably been in there since the last North Carolina drive up to see Mr. Holcomb and his beautiful bride Emily. The whole Emily segment got brought up.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Not with them. So I got a chance to see my friend Corey.
Yeah,
and I told Corey about the Emily segment, MSAG, and they were like, "That sounds funny." So I've got to send them that.
Oh, okay.
At some point,
I can forward that to you.
Yeah, and speaking of which, God, Corey sent me home with, because the whole sponsorship with Bang hasn't worked out yet.
Yet, keyword being yet.
Yet, people, we're in the talks.
Yeah.
But this juicy strawberry optimum nutrition essential amino energy with electrolytes.
What does it sound like when it opens?
I don't know. It probably just sounds like a can. Like what is a can? A can?
Yeah. What does a can sound like?
What does a can sound like? What's a can? I don't know. I'm not going to be able to provide just anybody with that sound whatsoever. Like, we're not going to get...
It sounded like money to me.
That's what it sounds like.
People tuning in did not realize they were going to get a full ASMR podcast.
You may know what juicy strawberry sounds like or tastes like, but you don't know what it tastes like. Let me give you an example. What?
That's a juicy strawberry with the day-to-day life.
And that's the product.
That is an energy drink for a working man.
No doubt.
Whether it's out in the labor fields, working away at your labor, or if you're at home working away at your kid, taking care of your kid in the labor, or if you're just labor,
or it's the product of a juicy strawberry.
Yeah, like that's the product of a working man.
I've heard you refer to. Never mind. So, anyways, this flavor is juicy strawberry.
I can't even do it. Okay, there he goes. What's their slogan?
Any hoozles, Bang, step your dang game up, because I'm over here consuming Optimum Nutrition's amino energy.
So
it's probably not going to do any favors for me.
We introduce a CS energy drink, right?
Oh,
right. It's got your face on it. I feel like it needs your face on it. I feel like I don't drink energy drinks, so like my face being on it would be weird. You could put me like on CS hot fries. Like we could do that. You could be on the energy drink. I'll be on the hot fries. But
deal.
But every time you open up a can,
it's got to be healthy.
Every time you open up a can of CS energy, just I don't know how we do it. We could figure it out. We'll make it work. Every time. Are you trying to, you ever try to like it's like 2:30 in the morning, like you remember being at home, like as a kid or something, like 2:30 in the morning, maybe you get a soda.
I don't know, I've been here for a while.
Yeah. Well, when you're going into my room or my kitchen and you're trying not to be loud and wake me up.
Yeah.
You open the can, maybe sometimes so it's just
yeah. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, when you're trying to be sneaky.
But we have to not just in post in video. We've got to make sure the cans sound like that.
Yeah, legitimately. Anytime you open up a can, if you open up a can, it doesn't go money back guarantee.
If that's how that's how we advert it.
Yeah,
we look at the camera and we say, if your can doesn't say your money back guaranteed. Yeah, every time. Out of one can, out of the whole case. If just one can out of the 24 pack doesn't for you, Big Daddy, or Little Mama, then
money back,
or
your money's back.
Your all of your doll hairs.
All of your doll hairs backs in your banks.
All of your doll's hairs backs in your banks. Oh man. Oh,
I mean,
man.
we're talking about banks. We should probably give a shit out to
Gary Bankston.
because we haven't done that in a while. It's been a couple of episodes.
We didn't do it last episode.
I know we didn't do it last episode. I don't think we did it the episode before that. So
Why are we thanking him?
oh, because of these nice ass chairs. That's right. That get you?
We both spanked the chair.
Yeah. Ow.
Yeah, giddy up. It's
It
it's
wasn't
wooden.
even loud. I don't know where I hit it.
These chairs are wooden, and
They
thanks to this wood, my spine has never been more erect.
My ass has never been more plump.
Oh, no, it hasn't. But really, the credit ultimately goes to Erin Bankston because she's the one who really hooked us up with these
nice ass chairs.
because my spine has
That's what we do. Our next video, we just released like a 12-minute montage of us just like
spanking these nice
ass
chairs.
Like camera zooms in real quick, like, and it like shakes. Gary Bankston. It like blows up.
Gary Bankston.
Yeah.
He's just like, I didn't make them, guys.
Yeah,
I just
bought them.
I just bought them, and
Yeah.
Aaron gave them away to Josh. Like, why?
But if there's one sponsor we can always count on, it's
not
Gary.
Splenda.
Yeah, no, it's not Sugar in the Raw either.
Hadn't heard back from them communists yet. I don't know.
I don't know, son. It's just a saying.
It's just a saying.
I am looking up here at our nice little whiteboard, and we are sitting at 36 subscribers.
And last week,
of recording.
As of recording.
Yeah. Who knows what it's going to look like as of the date of release of this video
I mean,
or podcast episode if you're listening.
it could be at our target goal of 500 billion.
Yeah. Give or take 12.
I mean, if not,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you guys might have done your job, but
Yeah.
what was it at last week?
32.
Yeah, sir.
32. That sounds right.
Was it 32? So moving up in the world.
We are, and that reminds me that if you are listening, if you are watching, if you are, I don't know, receiving this podcast directly in your prefrontal cortex, I don't care how you're getting it, make sure you head on over to Apple Podcast, leave a review, tell people how much you love us, because that helps us out a lot. That lets other people that share like minds find us and enjoy this podcast. If you're listening on Spotify, make sure you give us a follow. If you're watching on YouTube, or maybe just head on over to YouTube anyways, slam that subscribe button, like this video. Hey, leave a comment down below. Let us know how your weekend went, or what are you doing this weekend. Should have asked that question last weekend, since we just had Labor Day.
Yesterday.
Because I'm sure a lot of people had plans for Labor Day weekend. But yeah, what are you doing this weekend? What did you do last weekend for Labor Day?
Tell us, because we shared with you what we did for July the 4th.
We did.
And if you don't subscribe or comment or like in the comment section down above, then if nothing else,
Or in the sidebar to the below.
or in the sidebar below, hey, Mr. Timmons' food, it's not free.
No.
So if you want to make sure, and then
It'd probably be cheaper if you didn't feed them 7 or 8 steaks a day.
well,
I guess that's why you eat 7 or 8 chickens a day.
yeah, because all my steaks are
Yeah.
gone because Mr. Timmons is a little fat piggy.
He's got to keep that hair somehow.
He does. All that, I don't know, iron. That just sounded right.
Yeah.
I don't know if iron makes your hair grow any better, but
I don't either.
it sounds right. I should know. I ought to know.
You're the nutritionist here.
Or I oughta.
you order.
I oughta know.
Your aorta.
I oughta know whether or not iron makes Mr. Timmons' hair grow or not. But if you're concerned about Mr. Timmons, I don't know. Maybe I'm not going to make you flash a number up
Sarah
on the screen.
McLachlan.
In the
We get hit with that, yeah.
arms of a Timmons, of a llama. So, if you could spare 10 cents a day for Mr. Timmons,
Or, I don't know, 10 views a day.
or 10 views a day,
Yeah.
if you, just you, You have the power to create 10 separate YouTube accounts, and each of those YouTube accounts is going to count as 4 views per video.
Per video.
Or per skit.
Yeah.
I've got my teeth in, man.
You just can't talk
I
with
can't
your teeth
control it. No, I haven't shared that with the people. No, I got partials. Anyways, Mr. Timmons, for 10 YouTube accounts and 4 views per video.
So 40 views a day. Just 40 views a day.
40 views a day.
That's all we're asking.
That's it. We just need to be monetized. And Mr. Timmons himself.
My financial advisor that I met with said that I needed to be monetized by November.
Well,
or I was.
How can you argue with that?
Yeah, I have to be.
You can't argue with a financial advisor.
Yeah.
Trey himself.
Or I'm going to lose my condo. Like, I need to be monetized by November or I'm going to lose my condo.
You're going to lose
No,
all...
not my house. My house is fine. My condo.
Oh, your condo.
Yeah, my condo.
Okay. See, I didn't know about that.
Well, I guess you could have stayed there, but...
Nobody stayed there for 4 months, have they?
No.
No, after the 2 months I've been here, you
well.
could have shipped me on up to Boston. Hey, shipping up to... Anyways. So for 40 views a day, you could feed poor old Mr. Timmons. I'm barely scraping by with tuna. So...
Yeah, chicken of the sea.
Or llama of the land. I didn't say that. I'm sorry. Shh.
Now he just looks feral. He keeps looking it back and it just kind of comes up.
Yeah. Boom. Anyways, if you want to feed the hungry, send it to our PayPal or
yeah,
or don't, because he's an inanimate object.
Yeah, he doesn't eat.
No. Anyways, no. Send food to the actual hungry.
Yeah.
Do that instead.
Yeah. I think that's nice. Mm-hmm. Well,
there's no jokes there.
Yeah, there's
just
no joke.
Feed the hungry.
Yeah,
like literally.
We're here waiting for the punchline, and we're like, no, check out the soup line.
No. Yeah. No soup for you? No. Soup for you. If you would like to donate.
You know what's exciting?
What's that?
You know what today marks?
Wait a minute. Don't tell me. Give an anecdote.
Oh, if you're looking for it's not an actual date. Like, I just...
No, I know it's not a date. I want to make sure I know what you're talking about. Oh my God, it's plugged up in the bathroom.
Oh.
I said I wasn't going to leave you to go to the bathroom this episode.
Yeah, and you did.
I haven't.
Yeah.
But I'm going to.
Okay.
Big difference.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, it's right here.
Oh. Found it. So today marks...
Hang on.
That didn't even... Did it charge? It looked almost dead right there.
It's at 20%.
That's close enough.
Oh, 19. Okay, that was... Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah?
Holy hot poop.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
We are...
Boys and girls.
A quarter of the way to 100.
We have hit the 25th anniversary? That's not right.
No, not anniversary.
No, not anniversary. Episode of the CS Podcast, where we create stuff, or if you're Trey,
create shit.
And we've got our hands absolutely full.
And this is
the celebration.
This is due in part to viewers like you.
Yes. Thank you guys so much. If you've hung around, stuck around, whatever.
Yeah.
And been a fan.
Or if you're just now joining. If the 25th episode is your first episode, welcome. You good? Little fly?
We haven't gotten rid of the gnats.
No. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
I don't have any gnats in my condo.
Well, ship me up there.
Yeah, I'll ship you up
there. Yeah, you will?
Yeah.
In these nice A chairs?
Yep.
Well.
Quarter of the way. Did you ever think we'd make it to 25 episodes? You think we'd have the wherewithal to continue on this path? It was rocky there at the start, I'm not going to lie. We dropped that first episode and then was gone for like 3 months.
Yeah.
2 months. We're gone for like 2 months.
It wasn't super promising.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still felt like we had wheels.
Yeah.
Like, if your grandmother had wheels, she'd be a wagon. But if we had wheels, we're going to be the CS freaking podcast.
Yeah.
And I kind of felt like the CS podcast had wheels.
Okay.
So I knew, well, there was some hiccups.
Yeah.
Around January, mid-January,
Yeah.
there was a couple hiccups.
Yeah.
If you know, you know. And if you don't, I'll tell you within
Later.
the next, I don't know, probably 100 episodes eventually. Whenever the court systems, whoops.
Yeah.
Anyways, you'll eventually find out.
Yeah.
So, no, I felt like we had wheels.
Yeah.
We just had a bit of a false start, and that was
Which
it.
is fine.
Yeah.
Took a brief hiatus there for a little bit. Took about 3 weeks off or so.
Hyenas or hyenas?
Hiatus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like if your butt crack is really high, you have a hiatus.
That's true.
Yeah.
Or if you just don't, if you're not working on your glutes, then...
Yeah. Well, I can't have glutes.
Oh, you're...
Yeah, I'm gluten intolerant.
You're gluten intolerant. Oh, my God.
That's why it's real dangerous for me to eat ass, Josh. I almost couldn't get that out. I almost broke before I said it.
Nothing's going to top that. In the show, roll credits. Piss off. Eat a wiener.
25 episodes.
And you...
That's my first zinger in a while, I feel like. I feel like I've been off my game a little bit, but that redeemed it. What's that?
28-ish.
That's 28, so that's the
be
new highlight.
It's going to be a little bit before 28.
28. We'll find it. 28, parentheses, eat ass. Well.
Yum.
Excuse me.
Well, yum.
Well, yum.
Oh, man. Oh, that was clever. Gluten intolerance.
Yeah.
Can't eat the booty.
Hide or behind. If you know, you know.
And there's no way any of you know.
Oh, man.
Hide or be, huh?
Well, where were we? Because that derailed us.
I ain't gonna know.
Yeah.
There's no freaking way.
Oh, man.
Oh, buddy.
If you're listening, comment down below and let us know where we were just at. It's not like it's going to matter. We're not going to see it till the airing of this episode when you comment, but hey, at least we'll remember.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got the time stampage. Oh, man. So, what I'm impressed with, and I'm pretty sure this has happened since the last episode. We need to talk about this. We need to talk about this heavily, hardly. But talk about it in abundance, but hardly.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about you and Halloween decorations and what this whole compound looks like currently.
Well, we spoke on it a little bit in the last episode.
Did we really?
Yeah, we did. You
was
brought
that
it
the
up.
episode?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, okay.
We did bring it up. Now, the thing that has changed.
Screw my face.
Okay. The thing that has changed is Morgan went to her parents and was hanging out over there, Sunday?
Shut up.
Maybe it was Sunday. And her mom has a Halloween tree. Basically, she just took a Christmas tree, put it up, and put Halloween decorations on it.
I'd never heard of such a thing.
I didn't either. Apparently, they're kind of coming in style, though. Like, it's kind of a newer...
Are they coming?
Yeah, they're coming real hard into style. And into AJ Styles. And... Oh, is that his thing?
In style.
Oh, in style. That's right. In style. That was
Myself and Donnie.
Yeah, old Donnie Brook.
DGM.
Yeah.
Goblin Monster.
Oh, okay.
I was JBO.
Good for what?
I was.
Well, that's still your.
Joshua Bradley Oglesby,
Oh, okay.
but jaw busting.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, good for you. That explains the email.
What?
Your email. I'm not gonna give it out here.
I don't.
You got JBO in your email.
Well, it's JBO brand.
Yeah.
That's just my initials.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't.
Oh, that's not what that means?
No.
Oh, I thought that was your I thought that was your casting call email.
No.
I was wondering why you gave it to me.
No, well, I mean, that's just been my email.
Yeah.
Because JBO brand, that was going to be a gimmick at one point.
Yeah.
It was going to be, I was going to be a supermodel.
Yeah.
Back when I weighed about 30 pounds less.
Yeah.
And, sorry guys, I put on muscle. Sorry.
Ow.
Ow. I hurt myself.
Ow, boo boo.
That wick warmer. Anyways, that's another
Old
story.
Cheeseman.
And Cheeseman.
We
gotta have him on.
Yeah, we
Anyways.
do. So yeah, she saw this Halloween tree.
Yep.
That her mom had. She just decorated it with Halloween decoration. Morgan was like, she had seen pictures of it. Like her mom had sent her pictures. And she was like, yeah, I don't really know about that. And then she saw it in person. She was like, oh, we've got to do this. Like she really enjoyed it. So we have a Halloween tree now.
It looks good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was like 75% her. I hung the little pumpkins on there that you see.
Yeah.
And then she rehung them because they weren't scattered out correctly.
To her liking.
Yeah. And I had to keep untangling the lights because she would go around the tree with the lights and then she'd be like, can you untangle this? Like she'd get it all tangled up. Then I have to unplug it and untangle and set it up. So 75% her, 25% me hanging shit in the wrong place and untangling things.
Well, I mean, in her defense, she's not used to being hung. That's your job.
Yeah, usually. Typically, that's how it
Tip?
goes. Yeah, just typically.
Just the typically.
Just the typicallys.
Well, hey,
Typicallys sounds like a Greek.
the Greek,
The legend of Typicallys.
the legend of the giant wiener, typicallys. Well,
He's standing on the mountain, and it's just the sun hitting him, and the shadow falls upon the land.
it's a phallic shaped shadow.
Yeah, looks like a little mushroom.
Typicallys.
That's all you see too. You just see the.
That's it. And if you're a fan of the podcast,
Yeah, if you're a fan of the podcast,
this is
that's the coctopus
it's a coctopus, but it
Yeah.
looks more
with a bunch of typicallys on it.
Lovecraftian.
Yeah, a Lovecraftian coctopus.
Octopus who looks like he's straight out of the book of Typicallys.
Dicks.
Well,
The big book of dicks.
man,
It was a dick. You guys will figure if you follow Spook you'll hear that in about a month or so.
which is Trey's YouTube channel.
Yeah. Shout out to the hero of Skew for that one.
Until then, your ghastly gang. Stay.
Spooky.
Well, Trey burped, but I say stay spooky.
Yeah.
Subscribe to Spook You.
Oh, thank you.
It'll be in the
The
comment
below
section to the side below.
header. Yeah. You see, we don't usually talk about like pop culture or anything like that, but they just teased the new Matrix trailer. Drops
Get
Thursday.
out.
Yeah, Matrix 4 with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
I had no clue.
Yeah,
I was a fan of the
They
Matrix.
were like, "Hey, we're gonna do a fourth one." And we're like, "What?"
When did this drop?
Well, it's a teaser. It's actually really cool. Talk about creative. So if you go to their website, it's whatisthematrix.com.
Okay.
You're presented with a red pill and a blue pill,
Oh, cool.
and then depending on what pill you click on, determines like the teaser that you get. It's like a 30-second teaser that it runs through.
Oh, nice.
But it'll be like it's really cool because it reads the time on your computer, and so it'll be like or I guess your phone. So like you'll click on it and it'll go like if you click on the red pill, it'll be like, so you think it's 7:13 p.m. But and then he goes into his whole like spiel like the Matrix and how none of it's real. Like but is it really like I don't know. It's pretty cool.
yeah. Very cool.
Just wanted to throw that out there. I watched that today, and new trailer, like the actual trailer, drops Thursday. So it dropped. If you're watching this, it dropped yesterday. So go check that out. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
Nice. That's really cool. I've got to go back and watch a couple of them. Like,
I've got them in there. We should.
oh, dude, we should.
Yeah, I've
just
got
for
all
the
3 of 'em.
creative process of like. So I personally, so I met Corey's dad.
Yeah.
These past few days, and cool dude.
Who, in his own right, should be one of our featured content creators, and we'll feature him at some point. We can go ahead and mention that he is a musician. If you want to plug just his channel, if you remember off the top of your head. If not, that's fine.
No.
I'm cool with that.
No, I totally do. So
yeah.
Slim Fatty.
That's right.
Yeah, he loves it. He says it with a smile when he talks about it. So
Yeah.
Slim Fatty, just check it out. I mean, so it's the name of his production.
Yeah.
And I use quotation marks because that's kind of how he does it. Like,
Yeah.
his production company is, it's either, I'm just going to say Going Nowhere Productions.
Oh, okay.
It's either Nowhere Productions or I'm pretty sure it's Going Nowhere Productions.
Okay.
And he does a lot of it. Like, he does a lot, like, he's the vocals.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he's the guitarist, and got to see his studio.
Nice.
And he's got a drum set. So
Did you touch his drum set?
I didn't. Not even with.
Yeah, you didn't even teabag his drum set.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope, didn't dare. He was looking at me the whole time, so
Wow.
that would have been super awkward. But any hoozles. Yeah, so Slim Fatty on YouTube. Watched his video. I'm going to have to show you
Okay.
the video. It is quite entertaining.
Yeah.
Of the one that he showed me.
Well, if he's looking
So-
for a videographer for a music video, I know a guy.
I told him I knew a guy who was really, really good
Yeah.
at editing and chopping and cutting and doing all the things that has to do with curating such a production.
Yeah, and I know video work. Because all that sounded like he's really good at chopping and cutting and curating. And I was like, oh, okay. That's... If you didn't know what I did, if you didn't know that I did video editing and audio and stuff, that could sound a little...
Videography.
Yeah.
That's what our boy Trey does here at the CS Podcast. And for other people.
Yeah.
If you're looking to shell out a few bucks
Yeah.
for a nominal price, hey,
Yeah.
Trey's
I'm
your
man.
guy. He's your man. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. Cool dude in general. You would,
Another gnat.
yeah, in my face. You get along with him well.
Really?
Like, he had a case of like weird action figures.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just. So first of all, I noticed the Nazi zombies because I'm a COD Zombies guy. I noticed the Nazi zombies with their big Lewis machine guns and
Speaking of action figures, you know, like, there's some taped up down in the basement, right?
I know I have some wrestling figures.
Yeah,
taped
I
up.
saw them. I didn't know they were down there. I don't know. May want to move them so that they don't get destroyed.
Okay,
Yeah.
so those were a gift
Oh,
by
okay.
our good friends. Well, by one of their children, Todd and Megan Hyatt.
Yeah.
Their son Parker. I went to visit them back in October.
Oh,
and
okay.
Parker said, "Come downstairs." And he has a big collection of wrestling figures.
Yeah.
And he picked out some of the ones that he wanted to give to me, and he taped them up,
That's awesome.
put them in a little bag, and he said, "Here, I want you to have these." And I just, my heart was touched.
Yeah.
I
Well, they're
was like,
awesome.
man.
Yeah. We were down there cleaning out the garage, and I looked, and I was like, I didn't know these were down here.
Yeah, so those came, like, I've got my own collection of wrestling figures back. They're either at my dad's or at my house,
Yeah.
so to speak. And no, it's my house. Anyways,
Yeah.
if you know, you know. So, yeah, I've got a baggie full of pro wrestlers taped up, like
Yeah.
action figures.
Yeah. Just in my basement.
It's just hanging out in your basement. Oh, got old Cody Rhodes, I'm pretty sure, down there.
Looked like Stone Cold Steve Austin, but I could be wrong. I wasn't sure. They all look the same to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not familiar with wrestlers. I was like, they look like they wrestle.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can elaborate.
Yeah.
I can educate.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That too. All right.
So fun fact with The Matrix, did you know that I believe it's what is it, Reloaded and Revelations? I could be getting this wrong, but I'm fairly certain it was supposed to be like one movie, and they had to break it up into two. So there's your fun fact of the day.
Okay.
That's why, like, if you watch Reloaded, it's like, oh, this kind of ends weird. Like, it's kind of flat by itself, and then you watch Revelations, you're like, oh, that was really good. Like, it all comes together. That's why I thought about that, because I think it was, and this has always intrigued me. Like, I don't know how they do it, but you hear about studios shooting like two movies at the same time. It's like, how? Yeah, they did. Was it Lord of the Rings? Was it the two? I want to say it was Two Towers and The Return of the King that were filmed at the same time. It's like, how?
Yeah, with the actors' schedules and
Yeah.
I mean, that's the first thing that comes to mind.
King shot at the same time. Oh, excuse me. The three films were shot simultaneously, entirely in Jackson's native New Zealand from October 1999 until December 2000. So for about a year, about 13 months, they shot all three Lord of the Rings. With pickup shots from 2001 to 2004, like little things here and there. Could you imagine? Like, imagine we're shooting Electric Desk Elves. That's 9 minutes. It took us a couple of hours to shoot. Like, it's a 9-minute video. Could you imagine shooting Electric Desk Elves 1, 2, and 3 all at the same time?
Over a day.
Yeah. Or maybe over the course of like a week. Let's be generous. Let's say over the course of a week.
Wouldn't that be the equivalent? Like, you'd have to really cram it?
Yeah. I don't know. It's
Wouldn't
just,
it not?
And like, so maybe I could be wrong, but when I hear simultaneously like that, my thought is we would shoot. Let's say we're shooting up in our office.
Sure.
Right. So let's say Electric Desk Elves 1 is the desk. Maybe the second one is the ceiling fan. And let's say the third one is a computer, just to make sure that we could shoot it all in the same office. So we would sit in the office and shoot the intros or all that BS stuff at the same time. So we would start with, hey, Josh, yeah? Remember that YouTube video I was telling you about? And then I turn around and we get all the shots of the desk moving up and down. Well, simultaneously, then we start shooting all of the dialogue and everything for the fan. Hey, man, it's hot in here. Yeah, flip that fan on. Flip it on. And then we get shots of the fan moving.
Just bouncing back and forth between the storylines and everything.
To like
having to put yourself in that mentally.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. I think.
And to have to swap between like, oh, now we're talking about a ceiling fan, not a desk. Like to keep up with the dialogue, to keep up with the mindset of like, so there's those, that's not really anything sequentially, you know, but like imagine they're shooting, you've got Aragorn and, you know, oh my God, what's his name? Viggo Viggo? Is it Viggo? Viggo Mortensen? I forget his name. Guy that played Aragorn. Anyways,
sorry.
Imagine him. He's shooting in New Zealand, so like all the open shots. So he transitions from a scene that like let's say he's shooting dialogue for a scene for Fellowship of the Ring. And they're like, hey, by the way, since we're here, this backdrop, we like it. We're going to shoot this scene from Return of the King. So 2 movies later, everything that's happened in between those movies, you're such an advanced, like the character development has advanced to a degree, a very large degree. And now you're having to get in that mindset and then shoot that dialogue. Like, I mean, come on. Yeah. I don't know if that's how they did it, but I would imagine, like, when I hear simultaneously like that,
and it's such a
maybe
short
they
period
mean
of time.
simultaneously, like, back to back to back. Like, as soon as they wrapped on all their shots of Fellowship of the Ring, then they started shooting the Two Towers the next day.
Like such
Even
a
still,
short
like,
period of time.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. And then, speaking of, I don't know if we talked, or if I talked to you about this. You may have been... You may have been up in North Carolina when I saw this trailer. I'm not sure. I don't remember when I watched it. But did you see James McAvoy's new movie?
Which is?
I don't remember the name. I'll have to look it up. But you want to talk about creative? So
Okay.
the coolest thing about this movie is they approach James McAvoy. They're like, hey, we want you to play this part, but we're not giving you a script. There's no script.
Ooh.
It's a drama, and it's like an investigative, like a mystery.
Yeah.
And he finds out as the audience finds out.
What?
Yeah. It's all like everybody else in the movie has their dialogue and their script, and they kind of have to play off of James McAvoy.
It's surprising that hasn't been done yet.
Oh, dude, I'm so excited for that movie. Like,
It sounds so obvious.
hi, Jet. I love that he pushed the door open, like walked in, was like, hey, what's up? And then is walking out. Anyways.
Yeah. Who is Jet Jet?
Oh, my dog, my blind dog.
Well,
Yeah,
he has made his appearance.
he has.
Hey, buddy.
Come here, Jet Jet. So, yeah, I mean, can you imagine?
I can because, I mean, well, not for a... You said it was a TV show?
It's a movie.
A movie, okay. I mean, for wrestling promos that last 60 seconds, I can imagine the dialogue, but
now it's an
not
hour and a half
for a
movie.
movie.
Hour and a half movie.
Holy poop.
And you've got to get there. So you have
Oh,
but you don't know where the destination is. That's the thing. So with a wrestling
That
promo,
sounds
you kind of
so
have
good though.
yeah. So like your wrestling promo, you kind of have a premise, like a general idea.
Oh, you've got bullet points. You've got
None
you
of
know,
that.
What you're gonna hit
From
on.
my understanding, none of that. He walked in, and they may have given him like kind of a general like, okay, this is what you maybe you say. Maybe you start with this line. Maybe that's what they gave him.
Yeah.
So that he has at least a jumping off point.
Sure.
And then from the rest for the rest of the shot, it's whatever he says and however he gets into it. They may have given him an overview of the movie because the movie is like, I think his son goes missing.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of the premise of the movie, and they may have just pitched it to him like that.
Okay.
Then to walk in, sit down on set, and then it's kind of all up to you in a weird way. Like the other actors, they're there to kind of help guide you to get you to where you need to go, but you don't know what the end result is. You don't know the destination, and you're carving out this path. It's kind of like driving blindfolded in a way.
See that?
Like but you still don't know where you're going. So like you're just driving blindfolded, and somebody's like, all right, well, we got to get to our vacation spot. You're like, where's the vacation spot? They're like, we'll drive.
Maybe you have the passengers,
Yeah.
but you don't know the destination.
Yeah. Make a right here.
See, that sounds so cool to me. Like just as a challenge.
Yeah. Did you break it?
No, I am so sick of having to slightly turn my chair to my left, the camera's right,
Yeah.
and my mouth be centered up with it.
Fair enough.
I'm done with it.
Okay.
Enough is enough, and it's time for a change. Quote the great late Owen Hart, and there's a little leg in the way, but what I'm doing right now is going to be better than what I had it
Okay.
at before. So I am making an executive decision to move my effing mic stand because I just got fed up. It just happened. And that was my threshold.
Well, good.
And
Glad you figured it out.
man, this is
It's life-changing.
so much.
That's just delightful, Joshua.
Trey, maybe we should open our Christmas presents this year. It's gonna be a what kind of
Kenny
Halloween?
Chesney? It's Michael Jackson Halloween this time of year.
Which I don't know. Your new cat.
Yeah.
That's the only name it's got at this point that I know of. It's Michael Jackson. It's black and white.
Yeah.
Not that. I mean.
I feel
Anyways.
yeah. So, anyways, I don't know. I just thought I'd bring that up. Just what a creative endeavor, and the I don't know, like the guts it takes to, because I mean, that's got to be tough. You know, like looking at it and going, yeah, okay, you're not going to give me a script, like we're going to do this whole movie. So, I don't know. Just thought it was neat. Felt like it needed mentioning.
No, definitely. I literally couldn't imagine because, oh my gosh, like I would imagine most actors and actresses have well, clearly a script.
Yeah.
And an idea of what they're going to do before
At least
they
an
go.
overview of the story. Like with Electric Desk Elves, we shot Electric Desk Elves. We knew what it was going to be about.
Yeah.
You know?
We had a low-key script.
Yeah. And it was ad-libbed. Like we didn't walk down there and rehearse lines or write anything out. Like we wrote a little bit. Like we went, oh, okay, like that's a pretty funny line. Like the Jolly Green Giant can fee-fi go fuck himself. Like that was something that we wrote down and wanted in the
And we put that in
script.
there.
Yeah.
Which is a fantastic element of a YouTube channel of two guys wanting to do something on their own like we are. Like we talked about, the old WWF wrestlers back in the Attitude Era in the late 90s. They didn't have these massive scripts.
No.
It was ad-libbed.
Yeah.
For a certain amount.
Yeah. And so, like, for us, especially, like, thinking about Electric Desk Elves, you know, we went down there, and for the most part, it was really smooth. As far as we'd sit there and we had kind of blocked out, okay, we're going to talk about this. Like, we kind of had bullet points, you know. Like, all right, we blocked it out, said we're going to say something along these lines to progress us to where we have to, you know, hit the emergency button, and then something needs to lead us up into the, you know, into the attic or whatever to lift this desk.
Right.
But, I mean, for us to go down there with just that kind of bullet point and to just mouth off and say whatever we said.
Come out with what we did.
Yeah.
It really didn't take that long.
No.
Considering what we had to cover. And then he turns around and goes out.
He just wants the door open.
So for those of you listening and not watching, well, even if you're watching, so Jet, Trey's blind dog, he busted his way in here.
He just headbutts the door.
Yeah, so we closed the door because we thought he wanted to be in here.
Yeah.
Well, just now he pawed at the door, so I got up and let him out. I'm like, okay, buddy, you wanna experience the rest of the house? So he went out, and then
I was like, I pulled up on it that time. There's no way.
well, it's Morgan now, not Jet the blind dog. It's just Morgan the blind.
Morgan's my wife.
Your blind wife.
Yeah. Without those glasses, yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. You had to move that. You're okay. Okie dokie.
baby.
But I let him out and shut the door, and then we hear boom, and he headbutted his way back in.
Yeah. And then I got up, shut the door, and as soon as I turned around, boom, and I was like, how?
Not again. But it was just Morgan.
Thank you.
You're
Love you.
welcome.
So, yeah, for the Electric Desk Elves, like, I mean, we had everything, like, pretty much our first take was solid, except...
It was just laughing.
Yeah, it was
and
the
bloopers.
laughter. And it was laughter because as we got down there and started filming, it all kind of started settling in as to what this video was about. Like,
Right.
We had thrown around Electric Desk Elves. Oh, it's these little elves that, you know, make the desk go up and down, like whatever. But then to be down there, dressed in these absurd outfits,
Oh my God.
and actually doing the lines and delivering them and talking about it, and it became real. It was so funny. We couldn't stop laughing, and then like it was the double take. We're sitting there because I wasn't expecting it.
I was hoping you would go along with it. So I tried to do this double take on the first take.
Yeah.
When the alarm goes off, and if you've not watched EDE or Electric Desk Elves,
Yeah.
go back and watch it when you're done watching this.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, if you're watching this, then go ahead, leave us a like.
Yep.
Subscribe. Go check us out on Spotify. If you don't feel like watching us on YouTube, if you don't pay for YouTube Premium, then you can listen to us on Spotify. Probably a little bit easier, save some battery life, or watch us on iTunes. And yeah, do all that happy stuff. It helps us out. Like, go ahead and share it. If you have a weird friend or a goofy
Uncle.
yeah, or a dog.
Yeah, if you got a goofy dog that, you know, headbutts your doors and comes in.
Yeah, go ahead and tell them about the CS podcast where we create stuff, and
tell them to listen.
Tell them to listen out because we're breaking grounds, man. We're bringing back that old school YouTube vibe.
Yeah,
we're the best kept secret on YouTube.
We are.
We're sweeter than sour. We're the men of the hour. And anyways, there's that. So, with that being said, Electric Desk Elves keeps doing better.
Yeah, it keeps growing.
It keeps growing, but
In the realm of Electric Desk Elves, it just keeps going up.
see, that was
You got our
perfect.
little YouTube elves in there. Yeah, the little YouTube elves just in there feeding. I feel like it's documents in a shredder for some reason. I don't know why. When I pictured the YouTube elves, they're just like in this like a white button up with like a black tie, and like every time you get views, they just throw a piece of paper in a shredder. I don't know why.
Okay, I can see that. But
Anyways, yeah. So you do the double take, like I don't know, for that to have no script and for us to go down there and pretty much do it in one shot, minus the like little parts where we just start cackling because it just kind of all sets in, or you do the double take and I wasn't expecting it and it was just funny.
yeah, that was the first
You know?
shot.
Yeah.
So the alarm goes off. We were both supposed to look at each other,
Yeah.
slowly look at the alarm or the light, and then look back at each other,
And then slowly look at it again.
look at it again, and then look back at
back.
each other, and then boom, like
Yeah,
really.
just really fast, just like as soon as we stop that second slow turn,
Yeah.
snap our heads back.
Right. So I looked at you like maybe he'll, and then I did it, and I was like maybe he'll immediately do it
no,
too.
I laughed
But
because I wasn't expecting it.
then you immediately got what I was going for.
Yeah.
And it was different had I not just done it. If I'd have just said, "Hey, let's do this," you would have reacted a certain way. But because I
Yeah.
did it, you were like, oh, "Okay, I feel you now."
Yeah.
You didn't just tell me; you showed
Or
me.
the end where we didn't really know what kind of dialogue we were going to go into. Like we were just fed up.
When I said, "In the trees."
Oh no, it was the I've put blood, sweat, tears, and then I thought that was gonna be it. You go, and even a little bit of pee, and I was cowering, and then I was done.
Right.
'Cause I was there. You just went into it. It was off the cuff, and we kept it in because it was a good line, but we changed it to and a little bit of poop. Which was even funnier because then you didn't tell me I was expecting pee, so I braced myself. I was like, all right,
Right.
blood, sweat, tears, pee. Blood, sweat, tears, pee, so that I didn't break.
Right.
And then we come out and it's blood, sweat, tears, poop, and I was like,
You held it together. So yeah, I like as soon as I did that, I was like, this might break him. And if you, I would like to think,
yeah,
I can't make any promises or guarantees, but I would like to think that if I had said blood, sweat, tears, pee, and you didn't break, that I would not have broken.
Yeah.
However, I expected you to break.
Yeah.
So when you did, I just went, okay, he broke.
yeah,
I'm happy about it.
We can laugh.
We're laughing.
Yeah, so that's a little behind the scenes there, and just a
Little sneak peek into what goes
Yeah.
on in.
well, our creative process. I guess we've talked a lot about. It's funny because we have talked a lot about, like, I guess how we come up with these ideas, or what goes on, like when we're brainstorming and stuff, and these like how we just kind of ping pong back and forth. We haven't talked a whole lot about the shooting process and the fact that, like, when we go in and do these things, a lot of times it is off the cuff. It's a very like, hey, okay, so when we hit record, we're gonna be sitting here. I'm gonna be for Electric Desk Elves. I'm gonna be reading this book, and you had talked about you wanted this long open shot as far as like the circle. If you watch Electric Desk Elves, you'll see the circle opens up very slowly,
Right.
before any action actually happens. And it's funny that you've likened it almost to a theatrical play, the way the blocking is and the way that we present the video.
Yeah,
And-
blocking.
and
That's a
that-
good word.
That very much so. That open right there is very, very theatrical. It's almost like curtains drawing back and pulling the viewers in.
You know-
you're just bouncing on your ball. I'm sitting there reading. I'm waiting for the curtain to fully open, and it's funny because we just went, okay, we're gonna sit here for like. We didn't even really give a time. We were like, we're just gonna sit here for a minute, just because we imagined this circle opening, and so we sat there for, I don't know, a good minute and a half before we actually opened with our dialogue. And thank God we got that in the first take.
Yeah.
Like that whole first thing, because that would have been a long thing to sit through every time. But yeah, what you see with us sitting there and you bouncing, I'm fairly certain was the first take or very close to the first take. We may have had you bounce or something. I don't remember. We may have gone. I think we ran through it a couple of times because we knew that was going to be such a long.
I think it was only 2 or 3 though.
Yeah.
But that's so fantastic that you mentioned that, because in my head it was going to be a very theater-esque open, and I've literally only been in one play.
It's funny because it goes from like this old school YouTube, like the, hey Josh, yes, like that kind of, into a play.
So
Like the elves are very theatrical, which fits. The music, they're very whimsical. Luckily, we found that music, and you were dead. Like as soon as you heard that music, you were like, "This is it." Like,
it's weird,
and
it's a little dark.
That was it. That was money. When you came, like you were like, no, that's got to be the song. As we were like scouring through stuff, so good job on that. But yeah, continue.
Thank you, but no. I don't know. I just like the only thing I have to draw on is this one play that I was in, and it opens with 3 females. So the play was 3 females and 3 males.
Yeah.
It opened with 3 females, and they were all talking, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And they realized that one of the females has fallen in love with a man from up north.
Yeah.
And they were all rednecks. Well, very southern hillbilly rednecks.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we got to teach him how to be a redneck so that I can introduce him to and impress Paul, one of the girls' dads, Paul. And then they go, well, where are we going to find a redneck? And then immediately, and it's just, it's a stage, it's theater. You hear, like I don't even knock. I was JJ the redneck.
Yeah.
I pop my head in, and I go, knock, knock.
Yeah.
And they're like, nobody's here. And then I say, oh, yes, you are. You can't fool me. And that's how I open up.
Well, our knock knock was, hey, does it look like a snake to you?
Yeah.
It's funny you opened our play as well.
Yeah, and it's just this big, wide open shot of our workshop. And to me, it was a really cool contrast because with us in the big person world,
It was a pretty tight shot.
it was pretty tight shot, but there were multiple angles.
Yeah.
So for Electric Desk Elves, when you open up, you see us at multiple angles.
Yeah.
It's very
Wide shot, close up of me, close
Close
up of you, close up of me, close up of you.
go
wide
up,
shot.
go down,
Yeah.
all this stuff,
Yeah.
or not go up, go down, but it's like, oh no, you're gonna want to raise the desk, and then
Close up of the thumb.
it goes to me pressing the button, it zooms in,
Yeah.
it's got this like Matrix-esque transition,
Yeah.
and then it's just the Electric Desk Elves in one shot,
Yeah.
and it cuts to this theater, old school play / theater type shot, and I
Yeah.
think that's such a good contrast.
Yeah, it really sets a tone.
Yeah,
I think
you're no longer in the big person world.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it does, like you said, it does set a good tone.
And we did a lot of that, like that was like 9 or 10 minutes of content. Like we just kept rolling, and so we originally were gonna like pretend to notice like the sound and have somebody like plug in the light and unplug the main light that we had casting light on us, like the actual like area light so that you could see us.
Yeah.
We had talked about that, and then we got there and we were like, we don't have anybody. Like it's just us. It's just the 2 of us.
That's right.
How the hell do we remedy this? How are we going to do this? So what we did is we went. We go
perfect.
Well, what if we just cut to a very close up
Cut
shot
to
of the thing going off, which immediately breaks that like
Us
you
having
wanna-
to
you
go
wanna-
for 5 minutes.
Well, I was gonna say you want to draw attention to it. The best thing you can do is poof, close up with the wank wank. I mean, it's immediately gonna go. Oh, okay.
It serves a lot of masters in that you break up us having to keep this dialogue going for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But then it puts emphasis on the alarm. The
Yeah.
alarm
Well-
becomes the antagonist
Well, then we
just as much as the big people.
Yeah. Then we cut the light off, plug the little red spinning lamp in, reset to our stage positions,
Yeah.
and pick up where we left off. Like, oh, whoa, that you hear that? Oh, the light turned on. Then you get the slow turn, double take.
Yeah.
And then you pressing the button. We did a close up of that.
Right.
So that we could cut. So that then we led all the way up to that, stopped, walked over, flipped the lights back on, unplugged the red spinny light, and then reset.
Yep.
and then continued on like you had just hit the button and left our workshop.
And we added in the boo.
Yeah.
The power down sound.
And so that, which you can do in stage as well, it adds so much more immersion. Like if you just watch the light turn off, I don't know, it doesn't have the same effect. But that it powering off, it tells you, oh, okay, it's like he turned it off.
And what was so cool
just adds more to it.
I watched a little bit of it today when I went to the, quote, observation deck.
Yeah.
And all you see is me, and you go, okay, I'm coming. And then you hear, and then you see
it's very
you.
subtle.
And that was all you. I didn't think about that power down sound in that moment, but I heard it in post after you were curating it, and I heard boo, and I thought
it's the small details that really set that. Like if you really want to immerse somebody in something, it's those little details like that.
It really is. The drama is in the details.
Because I mean, nobody would have thought about it if I just walked out of there and didn't have that sound effect.
No,
like they wouldn't have. But
everybody thought about it because you did.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Nobody would have thought about it if you didn't, but everybody thought about it because you did.
Yep.
Good God, I'm a freaking genius. Just hit subscribe right now.
Well, I don't know. I put the sound effect in there, but yeah, you're the genius.
No, I am. No.
And humble to boot. Man.
Humble to boot. No, that was... No, I was caught off guard because you did put it in there.
Yeah.
I thought, oh my God, of course.
Yeah.
How perfect.
I have to turn it off.
They got to turn it off because you could barely hear it.
Yeah.
In the background. And then when you said, I'm coming...
focus, like, you know?
Yeah, it was my goofy self with the bucket and your dialogue and mine back and forth with each other. And then you said what you did.
Yeah.
And then you hear the boo. And I thought, oh my God, he's a genius.
And it's not a huge detail, but if you're watching and you listen, every time it's focused on you,
yep,
cuts to the Giants, silence, just the ambient room noise.
That's right.
Because the Giants wouldn't hear the.
And see, these are even little things that I don't have to worry about.
Yeah. Because
you're handling it. And I would like to think that if you weren't as good as you are, which you're amazing, but I would like to think that if you weren't as good as you are, that maybe I would pick up on it.
Yeah.
Because I really pay attention to those small little details. But it's incredible because I don't have to.
Yeah. Well, and if there's something I miss, usually, like I
usually pick it up.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's that nice, because we are both very detail-oriented when it comes to that kind of thing.
Right. And that's why we make magic.
I think that's why it comes out like so for the CS replay, for instance. I didn't have instant replay up there, like in the top left corner. I didn't have that added, and you said, well, maybe we should add that so that it... And I added it.
It really drives it home what's happening.
That it's a replay, and it does. It helps a lot. But I didn't have that there, and you're like, no, we should probably add that. That small detail right there really helps. First of all, it helps set it's the immersion that this is a quote unquote TV show that is happening.
Right.
Like that's what they would probably have if you were watching like Sports Center or something.
Sure.
So,
well, we've just stroked ourselves enough. We might as well keep it up and say if you're listening / watching or whatever you're doing, you should subscribe, like, and comment in the side section above or below.
Yeah.
Depending on
if you're wherever you're watching or listening, make sure you leave a review on Apple Podcast. Let everybody know, hey, this show is great. We love these two weirdos. Check them out. You know, a new podcast, Create Shit. You know, Fridays at noon. They're the bomb. Or if you're listening on Spotify, or if you have a Spotify account, go over, find us, CS Podcast, give us a follow. You can find us on TikTok and Twitter at official CS Pod. And I think that about covers that. I'm going to write this down so that it makes editing a little bit easier.
Okie dokie. Yeah, with that being said, what time did you have?
Hour and 9 minutes.
Okay, well...
Should probably hit Ryan voicemail at some point.
Yeah.
Hey, motherfucker.
Ryan's voicemail segment.
All right, so you have found Ryan's voicemail, the voicemail segment thingy do for today. So,
I sure have.
yeah.
Here we go.
Hey man, I was gonna give you a call, which I did, and Emily says, "Why should not answer?" I said, "Oh, it's Josh Oglesby. He's definitely not gonna fucking answer. He's busy doing some dumb shit with David, probably fingering his butthole or something. So whenever you get done fingering that anus of yours, call me back."
Whenever you get done fingering that anus of yours.
And there you have it, the weekly Ryan's voicemail segment.
Sir Holcomb himself.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can't call him Wholesome Holcomb anymore.
Not really, unless you consider that content wholesome.
Some might.
Wholesome?
Yeah, well,
some hole?
I don't know.
I
feel
don't
like in some cultures, fingering your anus is probably a sign of good faith.
Or just saying hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Diddly-diddly.
Tickling the old starfish.
Goodness.
Jazz fingers.
Well, if you're lucky. And okay with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm okay with?
What are you okay with?
These new Venom socks.
Oh, yeah.
They've only been
Put 'em
slightly
on.
worn.
You put them on just to show them off.
Just to show them off because I am so happy about my. Well, no, that's not the wrong. That's not the
Well, that
right
is the
side.
wrong.
That is the wrong side. Yep, it's still the outside. Either way, gosh almighty. Okay, I'm just
Maybe
gonna
you should-
stand up and do a little high kick.
Okay. That's close enough.
Yep. If you're watching, you saw him.
You pull a hammy there doing that?
Moon's over my hammy.
I've been to, what is that, IHOP? I've been to IHOP in a while.
Yep, that's it.
Go for some IHOP.
But what's funny is you've been to Miami more recently than you've been to IHOP.
You're not wrong. I actually don't know the last time I went to IHOP. I do know the last time I went to Miami. So yeah,
I was there, man.
you were. We all were.
You and I were victims.
Yeah, we were victims of kidnapping.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Anyways,
And if you're wondering what we're talking about, please find us in episode 9, 14, something.
I don't know.
Gators, gumballs, and gas stations.
Oh my.
That's the name of the episode. I don't remember what number it is.
Yep.
And you can learn all about that little story. What was I watching? That's an old comic book trick. Yeah, and they make some kind of reference and they go an issue, it pops up in a yellow panel issue
Oh.
27 or Amazing Spider-Man issue number 53. God, what was it? They did it in a recent show that I just watched. A little guy popped up as Stan Lee
Oh.
and did back in episode 4.
Oh,
It was
cool.
it was Rick and Morty.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Good finale, by the way. But anyways.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never dove into the Rick and Morty's.
We'll have to. That's pretty good. I like
I've
it.
seen a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm sure all those people can't be wrong.
Yeah.
So I need to do that.
Okay.
However, what I know I need to do
Yeah.
is prompt you for
For the
our
creator?
featured content creator.
It's pretty good. That was a good. That's a good segue.
Thanks.
So, our featured content creator for this week, Se.Tif or Se.Tif.
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 It's not C-Diff,
Yeah. No, it's Se.Tif.
so we're happy about that.
So, sitting at 89.8 thousand followers as of this recording on TikTok. You can find Se.Tif if you want to learn a little bit of Mandarin, different phrases, everyday phrases. So, different things like, hello, my name is Trey, I'm from
What?
America. Like that kind of stuff. Like, things that would be practical to learn. Or if you just want to learn how to tell somebody to fuck off in Mandarin, you can learn that too.
Oh my.
Yeah. So I did a little bit of searching. It says like after her videos are done, a lot of them will say like 30-day course in Chinese, or like that's kind of like she's kind of advertising that. I checked comments to see if maybe she promoted that somewhere, like a link that I could find that maybe she teaches somewhere other than TikTok.
Yeah.
I haven't found anything. I haven't seen like any other social medias like a Twitter or an Instagram or anything that I've seen, because her profile, it doesn't have an outside link from her profile. So like how you can have like a little, like on our TikTok profile, it takes you right to YouTube if you click on the YouTube icon. She doesn't have anything like that. She doesn't have a link in her bio, nothing like that. And I watched probably 10 or 12 videos, checked the comments, and didn't see her linking anywhere else or telling anybody to check her out on any other social media.
Oh, okay.
So it seems to me that she's only active on TikTok. But again,
all right,
if you want to learn a little bit of Mandarin,
who doesn't?
Like for instance, I believe hello, if I remember this correctly, is ni hao.
Ni hao.
Ni hao. So that's hello in Mandarin. So, you learned a little something here today.
Ni
You're
hao, welcome to the CS Podcast.
Yeah, ni hao. Welcome to the CS Podcast.
Ni hao.
Yeah. So
Ni hao.
Be
Hit
sure
subscribe.
to check her out. A lot of really awesome content. She makes it really fun, really lighthearted. Because if you've ever taken a language course in high school, or I don't know about college, I never took it in college, but in high school it can kind of be murder. It's a little, or at least the French class that I took, I don't know if I could call it fun. It was very like, here's the material. He tried to make it fun. It's just his idea of fun and my idea of fun didn't really mesh all that well. But
I mean, your pants were probably on, and
well, one day I came back from Christmas break, and I go walking into his classroom, and he goes, "That's funny because he lived in my neighborhood growing up, like my parents' neighborhood."
Oh, now I'm really intrigued.
And he goes, his name was, I shit you not, Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers that was his name. He's my French teacher. Yeah.
He was your neighbor?
Yeah, he was my neighbor. You've been to my neighborhood, right? So you go around
I might have been there.
Yeah, you go down, like, you sit in my parents' driveway. Instead of making a right, you make a left and go around the curve and go down this hill. He's at the bottom of the hill.
Okay.
So he's kind of like behind Quaid's house. Like literally, actually he is. If you go down Quaid, like behind Quaid's house, those woods that we shot I Survived in.
Yep.
That has yet to be released. If you keep going back there's a fence. If you hop that fence, you're in his backyard. Anyways.
Okay. Mr. Rogers was literally your neighbor.
Yeah. So I forgot about that.
Doesn't get any better than that, folks.
I come back from Christmas break and he goes, Salut Vincent, because we had to pick our French names. Like you had to pick so mine was Vincent. Like Vincent.
Vincent.
And he goes, hey, I had a dream about you over the holidays. I said, uh-huh. He goes, yeah, it involved you, me, and he goes, you tried to beat me with a golf club or something like that. And I go, oh, okay. And that was kind of that. And that was just left up to my interpretation. I don't know what else was in that dream, but he was a nice enough guy. It used to always, because I used to slack off in that class a lot, didn't really do much of the homework or anything. And so, man, it was always the worst. I'd be like out mowing the grass or something for my dad. And here comes Mr. Rogers. Ah, salut, Vincent. I'd be like, oh, bonjour. Like, I don't know how to speak this language.
Oh, my God.
And he'd want to talk to me. And I'd be like, dude, I don't know. Like,
just fail me.
Yeah, I was
don't
like,
talk to me.
I was like, dude, I've got an 11 in your class. Like, I don't know why you expect me to respond.
11 out of what?
100.
Oh.
Yeah, that was
okay.
Yeah, I didn't do too well, and I don't know how I got into French too.
11 out of 20, you're a little over halfway there,
that's
but
not bad. That's like a 65.
11 out of
100. It was total 11. I'll tell you, I didn't do any of the homework, didn't do any of the assignments. What I do remember is voila l'oiseau lire, which means look, a bird.
Oh.
And I remember that because he would make us like, probably had Spanish or whatever language you took. You had to like memorize a poem and then like read it in front of the class like in another language.
Yeah.
Or in the native language. And didn't do that, but I heard that a lot for everybody else presenting. And I just so happened to be moved to the front of the class because I couldn't shut my mouth. in a desk right next to his, facing the class, right next to the window. And at one point, a bird flew by and landed, and I said, "Voila, l'oiseau lyre," and got a nice chuckle out of everybody. So I do remember that.
Voila!
Yeah,
L'oiseau
lyre.
lyre. Look at this stupid bird.
Yeah.
How about him?
And I remember one day he had, God, I feel kind of bad about this one. He had a bunch of books lined up on his thing.
Yeah.
And I was just bored. And so I picked up the book and I was sitting here kind of thumbing through it. And of course it was in fucking French. So I couldn't read it.
What class were you in?
French.
Oh, okay.
So I set the book down. And the window was open and it went thump.
It
And
fell
I-
out the window? Okay. You shut the window, didn't you?
I went. And I couldn't see it.
Oh, no.
So I kind of like I turned back and I'm the fucking class, the whole class to see me. I look and I see my friend and they're looking at me with this puzzled look, and I went and I picked up a book because there were multiple ones, and I went and they went and I went like motion that it fell out the window, and they go like shocked. I went yeah,
Yeah.
and I just left it that was it.
It just stayed.
I'm sure the gardener got it or something.
The
or
gardener?
landscaper. Yeah. It was Tijuana. They probably had a gardener.
Probably.
I'm sure. They probably all bleached their assholes too.
They were a bunch of bleachers. They probably all went home and farted in shoe boxes.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of farts, one of our we've learned a little bit about our channel together and our analytics.
My God.
So if you're out there and you're looking up, I don't know, girl farts, if you're looking up girl toes, or if you're looking up girl fart, singular, I guess we're your channel because that's shown up in our analytics as some of our highly searched terms. So not sure what that says about us. At least Casa de Caca was number 2 on that list. So.
Oh, my God.
And burping was number 1. Burping, Casa de Caca, girl toes.
Well,
Not really sure how that happened.
Did some very poorly done ASMR at the beginning of this episode.
Yeah, so maybe ASMR will be trending on our search here soon.
Because we said ASMR a couple times.
Yeah,
ASMR. I was going to throw in that we've never talked about. We don't have to this episode, but we've never touched on my antics as it pertains to school and my getting in troubles.
Oh yeah.
There's.
I was a good kid. I didn't really get into trouble.
Well, see, I was too.
Yeah.
But I did have my moments.
Yeah.
Once I started watching pro wrestling,
Oh yeah.
I took on a whole new attitude and persona.
You was that attitude era.
It was that attitude era. You're not wrong.
You had an attitude era.
I did.
It just was never a phase. Like you just never grew out of it.
Yep. Yeah, I had my moments. Oh my God, did I have my moments? Moments that resulted. Okay, so I will say I won't touch on any stories and how I got there. I will say at the end of 7th grade, whatever year that was for me, I just turned 32.
Yeah.
Whatever year 7th grade was for me, I was the only kid in Liberty Middle School that spent the last 2 days of that school year in ISS. I was by my lonesome in a little cubicle with blue construction paper, which I might have made an illustration on about the vice principal.
Oh, I remember you telling me that.
Oh, you do?
I feel like that sounds familiar.
Okay. Well,
Just that part.
if Miss Lee burn in hell
Yeah.
sounds familiar,
yeah,
that's what I did.
yeah.
So anyways, only kid, last 2 days of school because in Liberty, most schools don't have it this way, but 5th, 6th, so 5th through 8th was middle school.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Usually
5th is still elementary school. It's the tail end.
Well, even in Pickens County.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure that was the case for you in Anderson County.
Yeah.
But in Pickens County, so I went to Liberty. So, even in Easley, Pickens, and Daniels, which is all considered Pickens County, 5th grade is still considered elementary school.
Yeah.
So, for me, you finish with 4th, it's a big old jump to 5th.
Oh, wow.
So,
You had a head start. Good for you.
Well, dude, you either that or you're really behind when it comes to standing up to 8th graders. Oh my God. Like the 8th graders were like, they might as well have been seniors in high school. Like there was no difference. So that was a big scary thing. But I had so many little stories, like things that I can tell about and go on about when it comes to putting Brandon Freeman asleep in the bathroom with a sleeper hold, actually choking him out.
Yeah.
Because he tripped me in science class.
Yeah.
To spending my last days of 7th grade in ISS.
Well, how about that?
Yeah, that's something we can touch on.
We should. We'll have a whole...
Yeah, let's talk about my adolescence and how
we'll
rotten I turned when my parents got divorced.
Yeah, we'll do a whole psychological breakdown. We could have a therapist on as our featured content creator.
Oh, they'd have a field day with me.
Yeah, you could just have therapy for an hour and a half.
Okay.
You can just build the channel.
The channel will be focused on the resurrection of Joshua Oglesby.
Josh the Phoenix. Whoa. Speaking of rising from the ashes.
Oh my God.
If you're watching on YouTube,
we're the best kept secret on YouTube.
Yep. And we're just going to keep rising, keep on rising. We took 2 channels, did whatever we could with them,
and said, screw it.
Yeah, rose from the ashes, created this channel together, and now you need to smash that subscribe button and like this video.
Absolutely annihilate.
Yeah. Leave a comment down below.
Lubricate that comment section with your mouths.
Lubricate liberally. A liberal amount of lubrication in that comment
Liberally
section.
Lubricate with a liberal amount of finger grease in that comment section and slide your greasy tips up to that submit button.
Talking to you, Typicallys. And make sure you head on over to Apple Podcasts. Leave us a review if you like this podcast, like what you're watching, like what you're hearing, like what you're seeing, like what you're thinking about when you watch us. You know, whatever it might be. Just tell people that...
My goodness.
Yeah, tell people that you love us.
Or if you're watching us.
These weirdos are great. And Josh is drawing I thought it was a smiley face. That's an O face. Yeah, leave that review. Let people know that they need to come check us out. And if you will be so kind as to head on over to Spotify and give us a follow, that boosts the numbers as well, I think. I'm not really ssure how this whole podcast thing works. I just hit record. But
well, you do a lot more than that. He's being modest.
Well,
However, it does help us be shared with the masses, and it doesn't just help us. So our goal when we started the podcast was not to just boost ourselves, which, hey, if you can make a living off podcasting and hanging out and talking to your bud and just shooting the crap, so why would you not do that?
Yeah.
However, we want to bring value to the table, and we'd like to have as big of a platform as we can for other small content creators to be featured, maybe help them get discovered.
To lift them up.
Exactly, to help lift them up. So our hearts are pure, our butts are firm, and
our hearts are pure, our butts are sure, and our spines have never been more erect.
Almost said something else, but our spines have never been more erect.
Yeah.
Because of these nice
ass chairs.
Thanks to Gary Bankston. Anyway.
Double shit out.
Double? Dude, we've never done that.
Diarrhea today.
It's all these vitamins. It's just diarrhea of the mouth. Gary-rhea. We've got...
You can take that to the bank and cash it, Gary.
We've got liquid poo thanks to Gary-rhea.
Sorry.
I was hoping you'd say Gary-rhea, but any hoozles. I don't know. Like, so these business cards sitting next to me.
Yeah.
I've been able to hand a few of them out.
That's great. I find them in my house. So, like, there's one on the fridge that just says "Scan here to laugh."
Yeah.
Which is great. There's another one, like I think it's on the whiteboard.
That's
But
right.
It's the create shit, just the back of the.
I've never put it there.
Yeah, it's just funny. Like I'd
probably
just be
Morgan.
looking around and be like, "Why are these?"
Well, there's one random one.
Yeah, I'm like,
Sitting
"Why do I
around the
need to
coffee
stand here to
table.
laugh? I'm the fucking podcast." Like,
I can just laugh.
yeah,
I can laugh here to
I
laugh.
creates the laughs.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy.
You said there's one where?
Just over here on the CS coffee table.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why it's there, but
Who knows?
it's there. Well.
Well,
Welp. With that being said, I don't know. I'm going to let you kind folks go and enjoy your weekend.
yeah, it is the weekend.
Yeah, if you're listening to us at work, sorry.
Yeah.
But if you enjoy your work, congratulations.
Yeah.
You're one of the minuscule amounts of people who enjoy what it is they do. And hey,
Yeah.
if you don't enjoy what you do, go do something else.
Yeah,
You're not a tree.
yeah.
I said that very haphazardly, but quit your stupid job that you don't like.
Yeah.
And let somebody else do it that actually enjoys it. Hey, here's a piece of advice.
Uh-huh.
If you hate your job,
Uh-huh.
quit it. Well, I mean, make
Quit
sure.
hating it. Just quit hating it.
Well, quit hating it. Suck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah.
But if you don't like it,
Yeah.
why don't you quit it? Go do something else. That way, somebody who would actually enjoy it can take your place.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a thought, you bunch of think for yourselfers. You're not a tree.
Yeah.
Figure out something you like to do.
So make like a leg and shake it.
And make like a leaf and quit your stupid job you don't enjoy. There's an idea.
Yeah.
You idiot.
You stupid, dumb. You just keep beating them down.
You absolute moron. Your parents wanted you to do this? Wow, what are they doing? They're retired?
Wow.
Watching The Price is Right with Drew Carey? Good Lord.
Poor little baby don't like do Kelly.
Yeah. As Bo Burnham said, the most ironic thing that could happen is if Drew Carey got your pets pregnant. He didn't say Drew Carey, but it was Bob Barker at the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that's the simple answer.
I think we've devolved.
Well, I have.
Yeah.
That's for sure. My normal solid motivation. I don't know. I think that is solid motivation.
Yeah.
I mean, make sure you got something lined up. That goes without saying. And if you thought I was suggesting,
Yeah.
suggesting, I got my partials in. If if you thought I was suggesting that you quit your job before you have something else lined up, then
You're
that's,
dumb.
that's on you. You bunch of think for yourselfers.
You just keep
Or you bunch
tearing
of
them down.
let me think for yourselfers.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was up to me, you'd all own your own businesses. You'd all be a bunch of entrepreneurs and farmers
Yeah.
because the world can stand to have more entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Fun fact, there's enough money in the world. You just cock your head like, is this really going to be fun?
Where are we going now?
Where are we going now?
Where the hell did this train derail to?
It's... I want to say something. I'm not going to say it. I was going to say beef train going into
Pound Town?
Tuna Town.
Oh,
Yeah. Beef. I mean, I don't know about you, but
yeah.
that's a... I mean, if I got to explain it, then...
Yeah, but I mean, Tuna Town. Like, I don't know.
I mean, you don't want... I don't know, unless you're into it, you don't necessarily want the aroma, but it is.
Yeah, I guess.
It's
That's
a-
what I was
It's a
getting at.
euphemism for...
Yeah. What if I like Nutella?
Oh, no.
You ever stick your Slim Jim in a can of Nutella, Josh?
Can't
Tastes like heaven.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you ate it?
A little bit of cheese whiz on top.
Oh, good God.
Hey, you have to outro us. Come back.
Fine.
This is the last one. It's the last time I'm doing this. I quit after that.
We're a quarter to 100, so you got at least 3/4 of the way to go.
Is that what my contract says?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, until then, my ghastly gang.
I've been
Oi.
the Scottish Hush Puppy.
God, is this episode 3 again already? I feel like we are just a couple of degenerates that have not evolved.
And I've got some beef to go eat.
I've got some beef to go put in some Nutella. God, man, where did we go?
I don't know.
Wow.
It was such a good episode. We were tight knit. We were buttoned up. We were talking about education and creating and Chinese and different things. And
We were Chinese?
no, we talked about Chinese.
Oh,
I was-
okay. I wasn't here for it,
Yeah.
so.
So,
All right, then. Well,
and then that happened.
and then all of this Nutella happened. Good God.
Oh, that's the opposite. Like, is like a good thing, but then like if it's sad, it's like,
Oh.
like a
So-
waterlogged goose.
Oh. Waterlogged goose. Oh.
Good for you guys if you've made it this far. This
Or-
is the secret ending to episode 25.
Either that or we're very sorry. Actually, no, we're not. You stuck
This is what you
around.
signed up for. If you watch any of the earlier, if you've been here since the beginning, you know.
And if you've subscribed, you've really signed up for it.
Yeah.
And if you comment in the like section above to the sidebar, then
Leave a review.
in the iTunes section of
Yeah.
YouTube. And we're sober.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
And now it's time for us to say goodbye.
Dun, 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 dun.
I don't remember the rest of the song.
But we'll sing just one more song.
And now it's time to fuck off.
Because we're the CS
Podcast. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da.
I've been. Because this is an ASMR version.
Oh, yeah.
I've been the Scottish Hush Puppy. And I've got some food to go eat.
This Jordan Belfort's going to hit like a fucking bomb.
It's gonna go off like a nuclear version of said bomb.
Until then, my ghastly gang, stay spooky.
Oh.
Jordan Bell stirred. Jordan Bell stirred.
Create shit. Build anything. Make it real.
I've been getting dirty money, Jordan Bell third. Stacking penny stocks while I'm flipping these birds. Sipping on Ciroc, trip 'em up,